Okay, this screencast is going to go through a PowerPoint. I guess in this case it's been transferred to Google Slides, but same difference, about the parts of speech. I'll begin here in the first slide if it'll allow me. There we go, it's a little slow. I'm going to go through this relatively quickly. Please pause as necessary. There are 8 parts of speech. They're not necessarily the building blocks of language. There's finer, smaller portions of language, but for our purposes, that's what we'll call them. There are 8, and every word belongs to a part of speech. Even if you were to invent a word, it would have to belong to one of these 8. So, 1. Wow, that's slow. A noun. A noun, you're probably familiar with that phrase, or term, excuse me. A noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. There are some examples. Person is Mr. Cost. That happens to be a noun as well as a proper noun, as does the place Silverado High School. That's a place. It's also a proper noun. Thing is pen, idea is grammar. Next part of speech, verb. A verb is a word that indicates an action or a state of being. Many people define it as it's what you do. That is not technically completely accurate. A state of being is not something that you do, but rather something like this. I was tired. You are lonely. These, however, are what you do. These are our traditional sort of action verbs: run, jump, punch, puke, vomit, boogie, etc. Verb, word that indicates an action or a state of being. Next, adjective. An adjective is a word that modifies a noun. Most often, they're going to be describing words such as ugly, smelly, angry, alone, blue, orange, etc. However, 3 words fall under the adjective category. That would be the word the word a, and the word n. Those all belong under the adjective category, and they're called articles. That's why the definition here is modifies. Most often, they describe. But in 3 instances, they do not describe. They simply modify. That's why the definition must be that. Next, adverb. An adverb is a word that can modify a verb. It's probably its most common function. It can modify an adjective, or it can modify another adverb. In this example, we have Bob, our subject, our noun. We have runs, our predicate or verb. And we have fast. In this case, fast is the adverb that modifies runs. An adverb, and you should have this in your notes, an adverb usually tells us to what degree or to what extent. So for instance, or answers how. So that's kind of the more conversational way to put it. So if I said Bob runs fast, I'm asking how does Bob run? He runs fast. The second example, Bob runs really fast. Still same subject, noun is Bob, verb runs. Fast is still an adverb modifying runs. It's still telling us how Bob runs. Really is an adverb that modifies fast. It's telling us how fast is he? He's really fast. So that is an adverb modifying an adverb. Final example, Bob is quite ugly. Bob is the subject. Is a state of being verb. Quite is an adverb that modifies the adjective ugly. It's telling us the degree to which or how ugly Bob is. How ugly is Bob? He's quite ugly. Pronoun. A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. Example, here we have Bob enjoys milk and he drinks it each morning. So, we need to know that a word that a pronoun replaces is called the pronoun's antecedent. Ante means before. So it's the word that is technically supposed to come before the pronoun. If you have a clear antecedent, then your reader knows exactly what your pronoun is replacing. In this, we have Bob. The pronoun replacing Bob is he. That means the clear antecedent of he, the pronoun, is Bob. Milk. Milk is our next noun. The pronoun it replaces milk. So milk is the antecedent to the pronoun it. Conjunction. A conjunction is a word that links words or groups of words. This is an example of an acronym, a mnemonic or memory device to remember some of the coordinating conjunctions. There are different categories of conjunctions. We're not necessarily going to get into that, but these are useful for reminding yourself of what conjunctions are. Words such as for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Those words that link other words, link phrases, link clauses. Preposition is a word that shows a relationship between 2 nouns in a sentence. Example, the dog is again under the bed. The preposition is the word under. It shows the relationship between the noun dog and the noun bed. Where is the dog in relation to the bed? The dog is under it. A preposition is anything you can be really in relation to a cloud with enough capability. You can be above a cloud. You can be within a cloud. You can be next to a cloud. You can be under a cloud. You can even be, perhaps if you're made of water vapor, of a cloud. Of is also a preposition. Eighth and final part of speech is called an interjection. An interjection includes expressions of emotion, such as if you were to say ouch, if you were to yell wow. It is salutations, such as hello, hi, goodbye. And onomatopoeia or sound words, words that are devised or designed to represent a sound. Bang, zoom, splat, etc. So those are the 8 parts of speech, very, very simply and briefly outlined for you on this PowerPoint. I hope your notes have gone well, and that is all.